Good afternoon and welcome to our thematic pitch session about clean energy. As the largest event, ChangeNOW brings together change leaders to respond to today's greatest challenges of our planet, and one of the main challenges for sure is development towards clean energy, what is a main topic of our session today. My name is Tatiana and I will guide and moderate this session. So let me start with our expert presentation by Vikram Raman, who will tell us more about clean energy as a kind of overview and main challenges to be addressed. Welcome, Vikram, and please take a floor.
Thank you, Tatiana. And hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are joining in from. It's a pleasure to be a part of this session, and thank you for having me on board. Just a very quick background about myself. So I joined Schneider Electric last year as part of its impact investing team. I have over 15 years of experience in impact investing, having worked across multiple impact investment funds in South and Southeast Asia and covering several sectors, including clean energy access. So at Schneider Electric, just to give you a little bit of perspective, sustainability is really core and central to our strategy, and impact investing is growing in its scope and coverage. So we have launched 3 impact investment funds. The first one is called Schneider Electric Energy Access, and this is focused primarily on Europe with an angle to solve energy poverty. It's an evergreen fund, one that's invested about 7 million euros till date. The second fund is called Energy Access Ventures, and so this is Africa focused. It's a 75 million euro fund. And the third fund, which I'm more focused on, is called Schneider Electric Energy Access Asia. And as the name suggests, we're focused on clean energy investments in Asia, South and Southeast Asia to be precise. And I'm based out of Singapore. So yeah, thank you again for this opportunity to participate in the session. And as requested, so to start off by highlighting some key issues and challenges associated with those. So the first and foremost issue that comes to my mind with respect to clean energy access is, the fact that there is low access. Despite all the advancements that we've made till date, there still exists the case of low access, considering the fact that close to 1 billion people world over are without access to electricity. And so this presents both a huge opportunity as well as, there are several challenges associated with that. So in terms of the opportunity, obviously, the market size, given the sheer size, is significant. And so the questions we can ask is, how do we increase reach and make it more affordable for several residences and people living in, say, rural populations in emerging markets to come on board?
Thank you. Just finish your line, and it would be enough for the starting briefing. Then we will move to the next jury. Just finish, please. Can you hear me?
Yes. So maybe I should just turn off my camera, if that makes sense.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
So, I'm not sure where I lost you, but I'll probably start with this issue once again from the beginning. So the foremost issue that comes to my mind is with respect to low access to clean energy when you look at it from an emerging markets perspective. And there is, of course, a huge market that needs to be met in terms of 1 billion people not having access to electricity right now. And while this presents significant market here, we should also be mindful that electricity is not only a fundamental necessity, it is also a political subject. Case in point being, if you look at several emerging markets in Asia,
Okay. Thank you, Vikram. We are losing the slightly quality of the sound of your presentation, but we got the main impression. Now, let me introduce the other members of the jury. I'm going to the lady and welcome Julia. Julia, please introduce yourself briefly.
Hi, thank you. So I'm Julia Patberg. I'm a principal at Z Ventures. Z Ventures is an impact fund that has focused 100% on the energy sector for the past 14 years. So we're a European venture capital fund that invests in software-based startups that have a major impact on accelerating the energy system transition. So we currently invest out of a €100 million fund and are backed by 20 global strategic and financial institutions that want to drive this energy transition. So we invest tickets between 1 and 5 million and then actively continue to support entrepreneurs after that. And we're a team of 10 people based from Amsterdam and Munich.
Thank you, Julia. Now, very welcome, warm welcome to Tove Radelius. Hi, Tove. Is she with us?
I think, Tatiana, you might be referring to me because Tove and I got swapped. We're from the same company, so I'm going to assume that's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Just make a quick introduction. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Great to be here. So my name is Alex. I work at Norskin VC, which is a European venture capital fund based out of Stockholm, Sweden. We have an impact focus and invest tickets between 1 and 3 million euros out of a 125 million euro fund. We cover all SDGs actually, but roughly 3/4 of our fund relates to energy and climate type topics. And yeah, it's great to be here. Looking forward to the pitches.
Thank you, Alexander. So let's hear from Nijane. Sorry, Nijane, am I pronouncing your name correctly? But feel free to introduce yourself. Yes, welcome.
Good day, everybody. My name is BK. I'm from South Africa. We run an Ascent Impact Investment Fund from SA. Our approach is really we hope to come up with new ways to scale the climate innovations to move us from 51 billion tons of CO2 to zero. We're going to need to have unconventional approaches to how we scale climate innovations, and we've basically been developing an approach to that.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. It is enough for the beginning, just to have an impression about where you're coming from and what is your field of work. And the last member, but not least, of course, of the jury is Antoine Michel. Welcome to Antoine.
Hi, everyone. I'm Antoine. I'm from partner at Investir Plus, Invest and More, based in Paris. We are an impact fund backed only by entrepreneurs, and we invest on any kind of project with a strong impact in France or Spain. And we invest between 250K and up to 2 million euros in seed or post-seed rounds. That's it.
That's it. Okay, thank you. Short and clear. So let's start the most interesting part for all of us with the pitch session. I will invite our first pitch presenter. This is Lorraine Bernard from Equiam or Equiam. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Nice. Happy to be there. Ready to start if you're able to share the slides.
As soon as the slides appears on your screen, which will be in a few seconds, it's already there, you can start.
Okay, great. I'm not sure I have the control on it. Can you? I'm trying to move the slide, but it's not working, unfortunately.
Then you can guide our technical support in the background. You know, when you start the presentation, just say next slide, next slide.
Okay, we'll do that. And sorry for that because there's a lot of slides. So please share the slides and let's go. So nowadays, most of the people will switch off a light when they leave a room. They demonstrate this very goodwill. Next slide, please. But when it comes to electricity, next, goodwill is not enough. Next, just because electricity is invisible, we cannot see electricity and we waste electricity all the time. Next, this fridge, for instance, is dysfunctioning and the waste of electricity cannot be seen. Next, this heater cannot be seen. This heater, sorry, is badly set and cannot be seen, so it wastes electricity. Next and next, most of the devices that you have at home are wasting electricity because they have ongoing losses. Next, this leads to 25% of electricity waste in every home. This is huge. Next, in France, it means that the production of 8 nuclear reactors is wasted every day. This is a nonsense. Next, that's why we have created EcoJoco, which is the home energy assistant with artificial intelligence to reduce electricity at home. Next, it will give you first your consumption in real time at home. Very simple. You know if a device is on for no reason, you know how much ongoing losses you have at home. Next, it gives you the consumption of your 10 main uses, the electricity breakdown, so you know where to act as a priority. Next, last, it will give you 100 of simple and efficient actions to act. Next, the solution is composed of an application, the monitor, and this sensor. As you can see, the sensor is very, very easy to install. Just have to put it like this. Next, what makes really EcoJoco unique is that we are able to separate the pattern of the different devices at home. Because a washing machine and a fridge are not consuming the same way. So we train an artificial intelligence to recognize those patterns. Next, it will give you this electricity breakdown that is very important because anyone can understand it. Next, we prove 70% average savings with the solution for more than 5,000 customers. The return on investment, next, is of 6, meaning that you invest 200 euro, you get 1,200 euro in 5 years. And with the carbon footprint, next, the return on investment is even higher, with 35 in France and even higher in Germany. Next, that's why we are proud to be part of the Solar Impulse Foundation label among the solutions for the planet. We are very proud to be part of the and be recognized by the French government with the Green Tech Innovation label. And to conclude, next, the good news is if we distribute EcoJoco to only 5% of the population, we will switch off the equivalent production of the last 4 coal-fired power active plants in France. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lorraine, very much for keeping the time to schedule, and it's really interesting, and the figures are amazing and really impressive. We have to take care of that, yes. So let's move to the Jason Jordan, who is going to present the pitch titled The Jordan Energy Alternative. Welcome, Jordan. Welcome on the board, yes. So we will see your slides in a few seconds. It is on the screen. When you are ready, you can start.
Yeah, I'll have to also ask that I move my slides as well. Good morning. Hello, ChangeNOW world. My name is Jason Jordan. Next slide. And I am the founder and founder and CEO of Jordan Energy Alternative. My background is I'm an engineer, a test systems engineer for the last 25 years, and I've been involved in industrial automation systems, vision systems, and automated testing. and I've worked in the automotive and retail appliance industry. So I founded Jordan Energy Alternative in 2019. I'm located in Marion, Ohio, in the Midwest of the United States. We're a pre-revenue startup and also a member of the Bright Energy Innovator ecosystem. Next slide, please. So speaking of the ecosystem, part of 2020 cohort of the Cleantech Open Accelerator. I mentioned Bright Energy Innovators, associated with Ohio Wesleyan University and Marion Technical College. Next slide. So what's the problem? I thought it was pointed on earlier. Energy is increasingly in demand. Energy cost is high. Income inequality associated with the investment of renewable energies. Next slide, please. So JEA, Jordan Energy Alternatives, a clean tech startup committed to providing these products and service for the future of a decentralized distributed network. What is the future market going to look like? Next slide. So one of our first items is a microgeneration unit. It's affordable solar. Thank you. It's an affordable solar unit that plugs right into the wall. It costs about $2,000, so it's very affordable. And as mentioned, it has no installation other than just plugging into a standard wall outlet. Next slide. We also have introducing an Internet of Things utilizing blockchain technology. This provides statistics not only to customers but also providers, so that the entire ecosystem can be balanced using efficient generation, storage, and consumption analytics. Next slide, please. We also are involved in waste recovery, eliminating dirty wasteful flare gassing processing and converting that into a revenue stream. Also preventing or eliminating the need for peaker plants, allowing base load systems to scale up correctly without the concern of wasteful idleness. And that's my 3 minutes. So thank you very much. Any questions? You can, I'll just go ahead and skip over that. Again, Jason Jordan at Jordan Energy Alternative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason. We will have some time for the question after all pitch session. Thank you very much for your presentation. Let's move to Hafner Energy. Philip, supposed to be with us. Hi, Philip, I see you. You have to unmute yourself.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
How do you get the, it works with the clicks, but I don't know how to have it visible, because it will be very, the clicks. I don't know how to get it. Okay. I'm trying just to. Okay. We can go. Yes. So I'm Philip Hafner, CEO and founder of Hafner Energy, which is a 30-year-old company dedicated to biomass to energy process. So biomass to energy, our main process is to make hydrogen out of biomass, and we have started this work since 2010, and we have applied okay, it works. So we have applied 100 patents, and now the process is getting in its industrial phase. So we have launched the big interest in launching the biomass to hydrogen game changer process is to decrease a lot the cost of hydrogen, but it's also to have a much better climate impact. When we speak of hydrogen, we speak generally most of the time of electrolyzers, which is not really green, which is not profitable. So what we do is that we extract the hydrogen from the biomass, and we produce on the one hand hydrogen, and on the second hand biochar. Where do I get the timer to know where I am on the time? Okay. So which biomass? We can use almost any kind of biomass. We can collect all the time biomass within a 50 kilometers radius. and we can have it all the year. It's never going to be a scarce resource. So what are the technical features? Our process can go from approximately 500 kilos per day up to 30 tons per day. What is very important is that we deliver the process in container 40 feet, which are standardized and which for any kind of size, it's always in containers 40 foot. So I'm just going to show you the main features about mobility. If we take 5 criteria, we outperform any existing process. If we compare it to diesel, to battery, to electrolyzer from electricity, it's a much better climate efficiency, better energy efficiency. We get a better price per kilometer, a refueling time which is as good as almost as gas, and a lot of local jobs created. If we look into industry, we can go up to 30 tons per day, which applies for big plants, and the advantage are in the same range. It means that if we look at the price, we are the same price as fossil fuels, which is natural gas, much better climate efficiency. Runnability, we operate 8,400 hours per year, many local jobs created, and a safety which is comparable to the existing process. So I have no more time, so I will answer with pleasure to your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's your time. You ended your presentation on time. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's move to the next presentation. Evergen, Ben Hart is going to present it.
Good evening from Australia.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for joining.
You're well. Lovely to be here in this global collaboration of changing the world.
Yeah.
And hopefully the clicker will work for me.
Yeah. Yes. So in a few seconds, your presentation will be ready on the screen. And we highly appreciated participants from all over the world. It is a change now spirit. So your presentation is ready on the screen. Feel free to start.
Thank you. My name is Ben Hutt. I'm the CEO and Managing Director of Evergen. My clicker's not working, so please go to next. Evergen exists because the planet's on fire and energy production is a major contributor. Our mission is very simple. It's to kill coal-fired power stations in at least 10 countries around the world in the next 3 years. And the way we do that is through software that enables smarter energy. Next. So some facts about Evergen. I won't have time to go through all of these, but we're the largest orchestrator and controller of batteries in the energy system in Australia. We control more than 5,000 batteries. We're under contract with 7 energy retailers in Australia, 5 networks, and we're also happy to say that we're now contracted with some utilities in Europe and also in South America. So it's globally scalable software. And really all we do is we connect together load, generation, storage, and we make it better and more valuable for everyone in the system. We're delighted to be here. We were nominated by the German Renewable Agency, SET, and the World Energy Council as one of the 3 most promising businesses in our space this world. We're a global team of 50, and we're ready to take the world by storm. Next, please. So some facts about Australia. I won't go through all of these, but really Australia is a petri dish of research into how to transition from a carbon-driven energy system into a more renewable system. We've got lots of opportunities. We've made lots of progress, but there's lots of challenges, and we've learned a lot. Next, please. So our role, and it's appropriate for ChangeNOW, is that we are very much a collaborator in the industry in Australia and elsewhere in the world. But in Australia, we work very closely with the regulators, with the networks, with the electricity retailers, with the energy markets themselves. We're influencing market design of the future and the regulations of the future, and we're doing our best to influence state and federal politics. I think the same is necessary globally and nationally in every country undergoing this transition, and we're delighted to contribute to it as much as we can. Next, please. Our business is simple. On one half, we give away software to consumers and installers of batteries to make them work better. And on the other half, we work with networks and retailers to make them useful for the system. Next, please. It's at its essence, it's arbitrage and optimization of energy decisions in homes and businesses that lead to value creation for the system. Next, please. It's pretty complicated. To give you some sense of scale, with 5,000 batteries in Australia, we created 2 billion predictions in the month of March. So it's heavy computational intensity. Next, please. We integrate with most of the hardware commonly sold and installed around the world, including the world's first hydrogen batteries, Lavo batteries. Next, please. It's pretty complex what we do. We value stack between networks, retailers, and asset owners. Next, please. Conscious of time. The energy system looks like this today. Next, please. And tomorrow, we hope it'll look like this. Next, please. We're involved in things in 11 countries. Delighted to be making an impact. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man, for again keeping the time schedule. Let's move to the final presentation. It's by Cédric Francois, Equiam. Cédric, you have to unmute yourself.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Very proud to be here from France. So when my presentation, so I don't have the click. So I am going to present you Equiam. I am the CEO and founder, and present you our revolutionary acoustic heating solution. Next, our mission is to develop, to deliver to the world the next generation of heating and cooling technology with major environmental impact thanks to acoustic energy. Next. So we have decided to tackle one of the biggest problems generated by our way of heating our spaces. Next. Next, which is historically we have been achieved by burning things, which is inefficient and generating high CO2 emissions. Another way is to use electrical heat pumps, which are able to provide heat and cold. They are very efficient and they drive emissions divided by 4 to 5. Next. So many believe that this is the future of heating. Next. But heat pumps also have major drawbacks. They're complex, they have high maintenance, they are unable to address high temperature, and above all, they're working with greenhouse gases. So for us, this is a dead end. Next. So what about a possible solution having all the advantages of a heat pump, but without the drawbacks of the heat pumps? Next. This is what Equiam proposes with these thermoacoustic heaters. The same efficiency, low emissions, but no refrigerants, no moving parts, long life, and high temperature output. This is next. This is the future of heating. Next. So now we have proved the science, and we are entering the industrialization phase with the support of ADEME agency here in France. Next. And our acoustic heater will be profitable with the best TCO of the market, user-friendly, and of course completely silent, reliable, and above all sustainable thanks of its low carbon footprint and absence of refrigerant. So now just have a look at the huge market perspective driven by the future. Next, please. Sorry. Next. Next. The future of the ban of gas boiler and the already fast-growing markets of heat pumps. Next. 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 So we have a major environmental impact. Next. We've made this after 15 years of leading R&D with a strong IP and a lot of demonstrators, and we are achieving this revolution with a collective brain more than a team. Next. So we are now raising 5 million euros to be on the market on 2023. We plan to deliver 100,000 products in by 2030. Next. to have major environmental impact.
Yes, thank you, Frederick. We supposed to stop with the presentation and spend some minutes for questions. So floor is open to jury to ask questions. Please keep questions brief and focused. Maybe to start with Julia. Any questions from your side, Julia?
Yes, a question for the first presentation, EcoJoko. I was wondering, is this a B2C or a B2B2C solution? And if so, how does it compare to, for example, a company like Net2Grid that has a very cheap device that can be given out for free by energy utilities to their customers and still has a very high accuracy?
So thanks for the question. So today we are working more on B2C. This is our focus, and we have delivered this solution to thousands of 5,000 customers. And we believe we have a better solution than Net2Grid for a few reasons, and especially in terms of accuracy. And in Germany, they are quite in advance on this subject, and energy suppliers are giving this for free, and we are able to give the solution to the energy supplier in Germany, in France, that will give this solution to their user. So we are ready to give it to go for a B2B2C market.
Also giving it out for free then.
So yeah, I will provide this to the energy supplier that will pay for their customer, and then it's the energy supplier will find their own business model. And we believe there is a lot of value on this. So the best way to give it is not to give it for free. You need to have a small amount of money.
Yeah. And are you fundraising? Last question.
Yes, we do. We are looking for money and to accelerate. And our objective, as I said, is to achieve 5% of the French population, because if we will do so, we'll have a very, very strong impact, and we'll be able to switch off the equivalent production of the last 4 coal fires in production in France.
How much are you raising? That was the question.
We are raising 1.5 million.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Maybe another question, quick one from another jury member.
I had a question for Evergen.
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious about your go-to-market strategy, given that you said you're giving out the software for free to consumers, and then you're partnering with the energy companies. How does that work? And also, how did you manage to secure contracts outside of your home market?
Thank you for the question.
Yeah, so
answer in really 2 or 3 sentences.
We create a lot of benefit for consumers, and because there's no hardware, people selling batteries to consumer and businesses just connect them to Evergen as they sell them, and they pay back quicker, so everyone's happy. We believe we're a marketplace. The more energy under management, the more value there is to the system and the utility, so we monetize on the utility side, distribute on the consumer side. Overseas opportunities came to us. There's 11 in play. We're raising money to grow 15 million Australian dollars. The business is growing phenomenally, and we are dominating our competitors globally.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. With these thoughts, we will end this very interesting and fruitful pitch session. Please use your links and join the networking in virtual rooms. It was really valuable insight about the subject covered by this session. And what to say, the session is closed. Enjoy your following ChangeNOW events and wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.